You may be considering a cloud migration, and as you're going through that process, you may also be thinking to yourself about all the things that could go wrong. Smart. That's exactly the time you should be thinking about that before you actually take the first step. My name is Matt Rosenthal. I'm the CEO of Mindcore Technologies, and we've been helping firms for about 20 years with IT, the past 10 years specifically with cloud migrations. What I'm going to do right now is take you through 3 or 4 highlights of things that may be helpful to you. You may find that these things at least help you get through this initial phase where you're trying to think through what are the risks and what do we do and what are the strategies, so that when you actually begin your cloud migration, you've already got a plan for everything. First of all, number one, most important thing you have to do is you have to identify the potential for a business disruption. If you're going to do a cloud migration, it's almost a certainty that you're going to have a disruption. So that could mean a variety of different things, depending on the size of your business, depending on what you're migrating. The key is figure out what the downtime is going to be and figure out how you're going to plan for that downtime, how you're going to inform all the key stakeholders, the end users of that downtime, and what are you going to do if things don't go as planned? What's your plan B? What's your plan C? What's your back out strategy? That is one of the most fundamental things that you should be doing up front. Just that alone will help you. Certainly it'll take the worry off of your mind as you're going through it, because you know that you've got a plan, you know you've got a path. In addition, you definitely want to look at all the data that you're going to migrate and think about what would data loss look like. What's the impact of potentially having data be corrupted in the process, or possibly having data that when you go to restore it from your backup, you can't restore it? It's possible that during the migration process, your data could be impacted. It does happen. So the key is do a test backup. Make sure that you do a test copy. Make sure that you're really preparing and you're playing out what you're going to do in a test run before you actually do it. Again, it's no guarantee that the outcome is going to be perfect, but it certainly reduces the chances that when you're doing your data transfer that you're going to have a problem that you can't recover from. Another important thing, critical, is that you look at every possible strategy for mitigating the risks. So when you look at listing everything that could go wrong, beyond data going bad or just some sort of disruption, there are endless amounts of things that could go wrong. It's up to your IT team or the firm that you're using who's doing the cloud migration to really put in the time, to really dig deep, to have the conversation with you, to really understand your business so that they can look at everything that can go wrong. Then there's something in project world called the unknown unknowns. It's the things that you can't even think of that could go wrong, but you have to. It sounds kind of kooky, but you do have to do that, and it is real. So you begin to think of all the scenarios of like, wow, gee, we didn't think that that could go wrong, and what do we do if that happens? When you do that, you've really thought of almost every possibility, and then you're able to mitigate them. You're able to have a plan for everything that you can think of. So put that effort in, include everybody in that conversation. Don't leave anybody out, because everybody has different perspectives as part of that project team. Lastly, make sure that you're getting expert advice on how to establish the risk management plan. Make sure that if you do believe that your in-house expertise are phenomenal, it still wouldn't hurt to have a third party come in on the plan, the strategy for the entire cloud migration, and look at your risk assessment. If you do all of these things, it almost sounds like we're beating it to death, but you are, and you need to, because that level of over preparing is what will ensure that you reduce the risk as much as possible of having an actual problem during your cloud migration. So reduce the risk, manage the risk, and be prepared for anything. That's my message. If you're interested in speaking with myself or my company about what you're contemplating doing with your cloud migration, please feel free, send us a message, give us a call, reach out to us. We've done so many of these. We've seen almost anything that you could imagine happening. Please reach out to us if you have any uncertainty or any questions, or you're just curious about our experience. And if you want to have us take a look at your plan, give you some advice, help you with strategy, we're happy to do that. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I really do hope that if nothing else, it caused you to think, to look at things differently, and to go back and take a look at your own risk management plan for your cloud migration. Thanks again for watching.